Okay, guys, here we are. I'm starting the journal. Have to make a topper for it. Have to make something to go here. And I've got a long ways to go, but we're getting started on the 52 weeks Bible reading journal. And it's reading the whole entire Bible in 52 weeks. So I needed, what did I say? 52 pages, which is 26, which is 13. So I'm a little bit more than that because I'm going to have to go find more papers for this because I only had 6. So I'm thinking I'll go through probably this one and pull out some complimentary pages, and then I'll just stencil, or I'll hide the white is what I'll do. And I'll do that by putting coffee dyed paper or something and then inking around it or stenciling around it, because y'all know me, I cannot handle myself. Now, if you look at the journal Miss Etta made for me, there's white in there and it looks beautiful, and I'm thinking, just be brave, Rhonda, and do it anyhow. But I always like the double colored, double-sided paper. So anyhow, we'll do that, and then I'm going to start going through and watching her as she creates her journals and her pockets and her easy peasies, and we're going to put them in here. And if I'm going to go ahead and do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and that's, I measured them up, and I don't want to do anything more until I know for sure if I'm going to put any extras, and I have to, papers in here. So that's what I'm going to do, and we'll get going. So the next time we come back, you'll see this 5-hole pamphlet stitched and the extra papers put in there, and we will be ready. So I think we'll have, yeah, we'll definitely have more than 52, but that's okay. We can pick a page to journal on when the time comes to pull out the Bible, 52 weeks in the Bible. And if I can find it, I'll show it to you. If I can't find it, every time I go look for it, I can't find it. But I got it at the Five and Below down in Las Cruces. I was staring right at it. Bible in 52 weeks. A year-long Bible study for women. So once we're there, we will break this out, and I'm hoping to have enough space in between to do, yes. So I wanted to keep the journal or the Bible inside the journal, and I have exactly enough space. So yes, I can get chunky with this. I don't care if it's, you know, way wide open, but that's going to be our journal. Yay! All right, so this will always live in the middle, and then as soon as I get this done, I'm going to get started. Oh, on the blank pages, I could do these, like do them as a flip out or something. We'll figure it out. Points to ponder, actions for the week. Giving up is, this is week 2. Giving up is not an option. Everything is purposeful. Thank God for the crushing. I need what you have. Tear down your barriers. So we're going to go through this 1 week at a time, and like I said, I plan on it just living in the middle, and if I need to squish this down, then so be it. We'll squish it down. So I'm going to go practice with the 5-hole pamphlet journal, and then when I come back, it'll be ready to rock and roll, but that'll be in next week's video. I just wanted you guys to know kind of where I'm at, and then I have my prayer cards that are going to go in there. And then I have another box of prayer cards here somewhere that are going to go in there. So lots of bright colors in this. There's the other set. And then I still have these decorative pages that can go in there. So we're getting there, and I think I'm going to use this one as an extra page. Oh, I need two. One for each. I used that one. I already used one of those. So I could use this one. Let's see how many we have here, if I have enough. This we'll use for something else. This might be nice. This will be nice. And then we have this other for our easy peasies. And we can always make more. Okay, so I need to cut these at 9, but I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to need 8 of them. So let's see how many I got. No. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 4. That was all I needed, was those 8. These can go with the easy peasy. All right, let's get these folded up. I'm going to fold them in half, and these I'll just cut at 9 each, and we'll use the scraps for our embellishments. So magically, when you come back, this will all be cut, and we'll be ready to do the pamphlet stitches. So if that's something you want to see, let me know, and then I will do that in the next video. So hang tight. Okay, guys, now I did get my thread waxer out, and I've just run it through here a few times. And that makes the string have a little less friction, because this was very dry hemp string, so it made a world of difference. All right, so now we're going to, again, 1, 2, 3 down. We're going to go through here, 1, 2, 3 down. We're going to go through here. My page is upright. Yes. Yes. Okay. So you got to check, make sure your pages are always upright. All right, so now, since I'm coming out this hole, this should be a little easier since I used the awl. Come out this hole, and then we're going to go back in this one. Okay. Going through this one. Okay. And then, like I said, it's kind of like weaving. So under, first one went under. This guy is going to go over. And then I want to, the last time I did this, this piece came undone. So I want to clamp and tape. All right, my tape. And again, this just keeps it from pulling through, because that's a pain in the neck if you've got to start all over. Okay, clamp right on that thread, and we should be okay. So we're going to pull this one tight. Okay, so now we went under, and it came up. So this one's going to be over. So we're going to go this way through this set of holes. Okay, and then we're going to find this hole right here, very top, and we're going to go through that hole. I want to get a little more tail on that so I don't lose it. Okay, and then we're going to pull it through. Don't worry about those. Those were just holding my spine in. I'll cut those off once it's done. All right, so now we're going to come back up through here. We're going to go ahead and give that a little tug. We want this nice and tight, and then we're going to go back down through this hole. Work it into that second spine. If you need to lift it, I don't like to lift. I do like to go through here where I can see it, right? And then I come through. Okay. All right, we're going to skip the middle on this one. Remember, coming back down here, we skip that middle. And we work it through here, this hole. Okay. And then we're going to go back through this hole. Get that to work. Okay. Well, that was perfect. Okay, so we're going to go back through this hole, right? This one's going to bend over and then down through here. Back through this hole. And then we're going to come back through the middle. But I like to make sure all my stuff here is tight. So I don't have to do this too many times. Because the first time it was really bad. Really, really bad. Okay. And then pull. Pull. And then we go back through that center hole right here. And this will be our center. And this one's going to be a little difficult because we have, because we have that so tight. That one actually worked out better than I expected, to be honest. Okay, you don't want to split your threads because then it becomes a problem when you're knotting them. Okay, now we got this one through. Let me put my needle away. Then we can start to tighten this up professional, like zip it down. Nope, good. We're good. All right, then one goes under and over. One on each side of the string, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And we're going to tie it in a nice snap tight knot. And our 5-hole pamphlet stitch is done, and we can start to burnish our pages. Isn't this so pretty? I'm so excited. Etta, thank you for the inspiration. I had never thought of using a placemat for a journal cover until I was watching Etta's channel, and that is truly, truly where I got the inspiration. All right, look at that. Now, that one's a little taller, but do I care? No. It's fine. I could go in there and cut that off. And I might, maybe. But for now, I'm okay with it. Again, this is just for me. Nobody else is gonna. There's our center. I gotta make my closure. Maybe I will cut that off. Just trim it a little. I'll get out my box cutter and trim it. not today. We're just going to call it good. So now then I need to put some glue under there. And I saved it for the last just because for me it was easier. So we're going to run some glue. And then I'll clamp that down. I want to go in a little more glue. I want to be generous with my glue. Okay, we'll glue one side and then we'll glue the other. We're going to let this one dry overnight. And then I will glue the other one. We'll let that sit. I can't tell you how happy I am that we've made it this far. Take that out. I think that's being the problem at the moment. Let me see if I can find one more clamp to go right there in the middle. Oh, I know what I can use. Use that. Perfect. That's going to work. Then tomorrow I'll glue the other side, but there we go. That's what we're going to use. If you're wondering where I got this, this came from 5 and Below. I'm sure if 5 and Below has it, you could probably find it maybe on Amazon. It's written by Dr. Kimberly Moore, the senior pastor of Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church in Gastonia, North Carolina, the founder of Kimberly Moore Ministries, a nonprofit outreach ministry that aims to empower others through classes, mentoring sessions, and scholarships. So there we go. Love it. So we'll get started here. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And again, we have our cards. So I have to take, these are going to take a minute. I'm going to embellish the front, maybe. Some of them I will. Only because I want some for pretties. You know what I mean? Like to decorate. Maybe I'll go back to the Dollar Tree and get more. If I can find another set of them, I will. Can never have too many prayer cards. All right, guys, there we go. Thank you. Thank you for coming along, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for crafting with the Diva today. I truly appreciate you spending this creative time with me. If you've enjoyed this project, please like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, keep it creative, keep it inspired, and I'll see you soon.